We've got a terrific program for you today. I'm going to start out talking a little bit about Web 2.0 and some of the new things that are happening. So Web 2.0 was coined actually a few years ago. It's almost kind of old school at this point. I'm starting to think we should call it Web 2.5 or something. But basically it just kind of means the next generation of the internet. So, Wikipedia is a really good example of a Web 2.0 website. The cool thing about Wikipedia is it's created by a community of users. And that's really what we're here to talk about today, is how to make your website more community oriented. The difference between Web 1.0 and Web 2.0, just some of the more dynamic content that we're talking about. Most websites are moving away from static pages that are, brochureware, that are always the same, that aren't updated. They're moving into a much more dynamic type of a website. Content management systems are a new thing that everybody's using to allow the actual people within the organization to update their website on a regular basis, so they're not stuck calling their web development company every time they want to do an update. People always ask me, okay, I get search, I need to do search for my website, that makes sense, but what's next? What's the next biggest thing? And really, what I always say to them now is it's social networks, it's blogs, and it's mobile. Those are the things that are coming up. And they're really here already. Web 2.0 tools. These are, again, some of the things that are kind of helping with search engine rankings and building fresh content and keeping your website real and making sure that when people come to your website, they're seeing new things and they're intrigued and there's stickiness and they're staying and they're looking at more pages than one or two and they're spending more time on your website. These are all the kinds of things that we're trying to kind of work with our clients on. So RSS feeds, blogs, Wikipedia pages, podcasts, mashups, and then some of these multi-purpose applications. Real Simple Syndication allows you to pull headlines and information to your desktop from multiple different areas. It's very cool if you want to check, the New York, if you like the New York Times, for instance, you want to be able to check their headlines. You're able to pull that directly in. You can also pull in the Washington Post and the Chicago Tribune. So you don't have to go to those sites. You can actually pull that into your website along with many other things and really be able to kind of leverage all the different content that's available on the web, on the internet, right at your homepage. The thing that we like at Marcel Media about blogs is it keeps people on your site. It keeps them coming back. It makes them stay longer. They read the information. They just engage with your brand and with your company. Wikis are information-based forums, so again, building a community online to allow users to add their own content to build out certain areas of your website. So another really powerful way to have new, fresh content on the site. Podcasts are radio, feeds or different audio feeds that are available on the website for download. The nice thing about a podcast is that you can allow your users to take your information with them as they're on the go. Mashups are the mixing of two or more existing sources. So there's actually a little bit of controversy around mashups right now because a lot of people are saying that some of this content is trademarked. But what's happening is two companies will put their content or their images together to create something that, again, allows people to get everything they need in one place rather than having to go to a couple different websites. Multi-purpose application is a great example is Google. So Google has a homepage now that's called iGoogle, and again, you can pull your RSS feeds into iGoogle. You can put your favorite videos there. You can have a weather application, crossword puzzle from the New York Times, whatever it is that you like to see. You can put all of that information on your homepage and therefore never have to leave that page to get all the things that you want. It's great for the publishers and the advertisers as well because, again, they're getting those eyeballs every day rather than just once in a while. When somebody actually dials up your website, you're now affiliated with a relatively large company, which is Google. Widgets are essentially these new types of applications that can be used as ads, which I think is pretty powerful, but can also just be desktop applications that you don't have to go through the internet to find.
If I could ask you a question on that.
Sure.
Really, the only two ways that I'm aware of to increase the effectiveness of search engines finding your site is getting inbound links and having the right content on your page. It's not clear to me how social media helps you do that.
That's actually a great question for Larry, who's going to be up next, and I think he's going to talk directly to that point. But you're absolutely right. Content's key. Content's king. It's the number one thing with your website. It's the most important thing. You want to have fresh content. You want to keep changing it as often as you can, adding to it, building new pages, increasing the links. Definitely. But you also want to be associated with other websites that Google likes. Facebook is definitely one of those. Wikipedia, I mean, every time you do a Google search, Wikipedia comes up #1 pretty much at this point. So,
Get the links coming to your site, though.
well, it's good to have the links coming to your site, definitely. When you create, you know, a MySpace page and you want to have your website there. When you create a Facebook page, you want to link back to your website, absolutely. But even if they don't come to your website, it still is a good thing. It's a powerful thing for your business to be associated with websites that Google is searching and indexing and that Google rewards for, you know, all the different things they're doing. Those are the types of sites you want to be associated with. So the more often you can do that, the better.